Good morning, good afternoon, happy Kwanzaa, whatever it is for you guys today. Today is Sidework Sunday. We are going to be doing a lift kit. Klaus. We're going to be doing a lift kit, wheels and tires on a JK. Like people who are not YouTube famous, we have to do side work to be able to buy parts for our own projects. So that's what today is all about. We're going to do a lift, wheels, and tires on this JK. And hopefully it goes smooth. JKs are pretty easy to work on for the most part, but let's get crack-a-lackin'. Sidework Sunday. Let's go. Oh, check this out. Stay right there. So, my dude, Rubber Ducky TJ, on Instagram, he had a little thing up on his Instagram where if we sent a picture of ourselves with his Jeep, he would send us out a koozie. Well, he lives on the West Coast, or the western side of the United States, and I of course live in Pennsylvania, so I photoshopped a picture of myself next to his Jeep, and he honored it. He was kind enough to go ahead and send me a koozie, so shout out Rubber Ducky TJ. Thank you, Ryan Cranfield. I'm going to use my koozie to keep my monsters ice cold. But let's jump into this. So let's say you want to put a lift kit on your JK and you want me to do it, or Jeep for any of that matter. But first thing I'm going to say is, what size wheel and tire do you want to run? For the most part, everything I install, everyone wants a 35. So that'll help me go ahead and determine what size lift we are going to do on your Jeep. JKs are pretty simple. They can put a large tire under a Jeep with a small lift, meaning that we can get away with a 35 or a 37 with like a 2.5 inch lift. For guys with stock bumpers and stock fenders, usually around that 2.5, you'll be able to fit your 35. So my buddy Dylan, who I'm putting this lift on for, he hit me up. He said, yo, I want a set of dubs, I want 35s, and I want my street Jeep to look cool. And I said, I got you. So I showed him a lift kit. We're gonna go with a rough country 2.5 inch lift. Let's go ahead and box this quick. I'm pretty sure, yep, this is a full spring lift, so it's not actually a spacer, which is kind of nice. Plus it comes with decent looking powder coating on the spring. And then it came with a set of shocks. We got lug nuts and wheel cover caps. Let me show you the wheels. So like I said, he wanted a set of dubs on it. I found him a set on Marketplace locally. I don't know the brand. TIS Off-Road is what it says. It's a Venom tire, and I'm pretty sure this is a 35, where is it? 35, 12, 50, 20. So not my style, but it's what he's into, and I will gladly install it for him. So 35, 12, 50s, and 20s, 2.5 inch lift from rough country. We're just gonna get cracking on it and see where it goes. Shouldn't be too bad, but we'll have fun doing it. Downside is the Jeep's wet because it's raining outside, but should go fast, hopefully. All right, I'm not gonna get too overly complicated with the lift kit install on this as far as explaining how to do it, but real quick, real simple. These things come apart pretty nice. We're going to unbolt the lower shock mount. Since this Jeep is getting new shocks, we're also gonna do it at the top, replace this. If we disconnect the sway bar end down here, that should give us enough room to droop this axle out to pop that spring out. That is literally it. So shock, sway bar, pop the spring out, and then reverse the process, and we should be able to slap the front end back together. We'll see. Well, even though I love AeroCrow, sometimes you get a bolt that just does not want to come off. So, quick little lesson in the old Matterbuilt way of getting these off. When that bolt is so rusty and crusty that I got a couple turns out of it and then it just kept gooking up. But if you go ahead and just take that Sawzall and run it right across this upper shock bolt, that'll go ahead and get it out. Plenty of room to do it. I don't recommend it because I like to give parts back to people, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. All right, that shock bolt is out. Now we're gonna move on to getting a spring in this Jeep. So as I promised, we're not gonna overcomplicate this, but when you look in your box, you're gonna have two different springs, front and rear. Easiest way to tell the difference, I can already tell that's a rear, but when you put all your shocks beside each other, you're gonna have a long one and a short one. 9 times out of 10, I'm even gonna go 10 times out of 10. Your longer spring is gonna be for the front. That rear is a different spring rate. It's a little bit shorter, and that is going to be for the back of the Jeep. So we're doing the front. We know we need him. Now we just need to throw it. Just kidding, onto the Jeep. Lug nuts came off a JL. Well, the lug thread pattern is completely different from a JL to a JK. So, fun fact for you guys, but now we're gonna have to get a different set of lug nuts. All right, so Dill swung by with the lug nuts, so I was able to go ahead and throw that front end back together. Went ahead and pulled the Jeep out and flipped it around, so I have all this room. Yes, it's raining outside, so my floor is wet, but now I have room to go ahead and tackle the rear. I guess I'll just do a big reveal at the end, but as you can see right now, she got a little bit of a Carolina squat going on, but we'll do a reveal once the rear end's done. So let's tackle that. Hopefully it goes nice and smooth as the front. The only hard part so far was the front shocks, getting that upper bolt undone. I guess it's a nut, getting that undone. The rear is that bar pin style with 2 bolts, so as long as those come out, rear should be nice and simple. So let's go ahead and tackle the rear end of this Jeep. We'll get it done, we'll get paid, and Dylan will get his dream Jeep back. So good deal, time to do the back. That's kind of scary. So hopefully these shocks come out nice and easy, and that bolt right there is not cross-threaded. Looks a hair crooked. To be determined. I guess we will find out. Let's try to cross our fingers and hope that those come out nice and easy. All right, well, got the shock out and got the bolt out. Check this out. Gotta love it. So here in Pennsylvania, everything is rusty. So I'm gonna run this tap up through that nut that's welded inside. It's actually pretty easy to get to, but we'll go ahead and do that, get it tapped, and throw a brand new bolt in it so we can have the shocks done.
All right, so we just went ahead and wrapped that red JK up. Dylan's on his way to come pick it up now so we can chat about it and he can actually get a good look at the Jeep now that it's lifted. Scott went ahead and poured his Evo in. The car has a little bit of an exhaust leak. We're trying to figure out where, but he's going to be messing with that. I have an XJ coming over a little bit later today. That'll be getting a lift kit as well. But this is day in the life, Sidewalk Sunday, and we're enjoying it. We're having fun. All right, so as you can just tell, me and Scott went ahead and just chilled for a little bit. It was pouring outside, so we went ahead and set up some chairs and just hung out with the dog and watched it rain, waiting on this Cherokee to show up. So the Jeep is now officially here. That means I'm going to go ahead and soak all the bolts, and hopefully tomorrow all those bolts come out nice and easy. At least that is the plan. That Jeep is getting, I think, a 3-inch lift. So I don't know. We'll see how nice it goes tomorrow. Hopefully it is easy on me, be some nice, quick, easy cash, but to be determined. We'll find out. I want to give a little shout out to my buddy Dylan. Thanks for letting me work on your Jeep today. That went pretty good. No complaints other than dealing with those shock bolts, which to be expected here in Pennsylvania. Everything is rusty. So soak these bolts and wrap up today. Me and her are gonna go out tonight for a little bit of steak dinner. She'll be home from work in just a little bit, so I gotta get cleaned up. That's the end of the video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe if you haven't. I was looking over some of the analytics on my other videos, and I want to say 75% of the people that watch my videos are not subscribed. So if you're already not subscribed, consider subscribing. Leave a big thumbs up. Let me know if you like this content. It's not my rock crawler, but it's still working on Jeeps and working in the garage. Nicole is just pulling it now, so this is the end of the video. We'll see you guys next time. Thanks.